17 months ago, a man in his late 20s by the name of Ibrahim Ali was rescued from war-torn Syria by our glorious leader and brought to British Columbia to be resettled. Months after, a BC 13-year-old girl by the name of Marissa Shen went missing and was later found murdered. Last Friday, Ibrahim Ali was charged with the murder of Marissa Shen. And of course, the CBC has decided to run with the story of how this is going to tarnish the reputation of Syrian refugees. Now, I know it's entirely possible for a person to take a story like this, an isolated incident, well, maybe one of two, right? We can't be sure about the West Edmonton Mall Park thing anymore, but let's not even go back there. It's possible to take an isolated incident like this and apply it to an entire group of whoever. But I don't think it's going to be Canadians that do that. And not to say that no individual Canadian could do that. Of course, there's bad seeds in Canada that will do this. But I just think, by and large, the group Canadians is not going to hold this isolated incident against the group Syrian refugees. I do think, though, that the CBC is generalizing all Canadians. And it's fucking insulting to do that, to assume that the average person in Canada is going to run with this. And what's worse is, I don't think for a second that the CBC is actually trying to protect Syrian refugees from Canadians. I don't even think they're trying to protect Trudeau from Canadians. I think they're trying to protect Trudeau from himself. The Prime Minister of Canada: I will be personally responsible for any harm that may come to any citizen of Canada, any harm from any refugee brought into Canada by my government. I stand personally responsible. I will make amends and personal restitution to any person harmed by any of Canada's new refugees. Well, amends and personal restitution, you can't bring this poor girl back to life, man. The only thing he could do here is resign. And he's not going to do that. And the CBC's not going to touch this. So, you know, this asshole runs his fucking mouth and basically guarantees that none of 40,000 people will cause harm. I mean, Jesus, what are the stats on crime? Crime in general, 1 in 1,500 people? So, I mean, let's see, that's what? 40 people at least that you've guaranteed that you're going to put yourself in a position to pay fucking restitution for their crimes. And this one was a murder. Fucking insanity. And there's some more shit here that's going to piss you off, and I need to have another drink and reread the article before I get into that. Now, I get this next bit from the Rebel media, and I don't know how you might feel about them. Yeah, maybe they want a little bit of money and they're kind of sensational, but as far as I know, they've never actually lied to me. So I don't mind touching on them as a reliable source. Now, this is, of course, about the money. There's been some charts released about what the average Syrian refugee as a single gets in financial aid. An initial like $2,600 to help them get normal and winter clothing. It's Canada. And then a stipend monthly, which for singles is something small, depending on where you are. I think in Vancouver it's like $600 and some dollars. In Toronto, I think it's closer to $900. And then for families of 4. The thing is, what they won't tell you, that the Rebel had to dig up, was that there's actually more families of 8 than there are families of 4 in terms of Syrian refugees. And the amount of money that's given, that's actually the initial money that was being spent when they first started doing it. As of this year and last year, I think, families of 4 are getting approximately $50,000 a year, and apparently that's all cash benefit. That's not healthcare. That's not dental, which the refugees are getting. I have to, either pay out of pocket for dental or get a job and have insurance. But the refugees are covered, among other things. And it's insanity to think that 17 months ago, Ibrahim Ali came to Canada, is being given, between him and his family, as much as $50,000 a year to live without a fucking job, plus dental, plus healthcare, and allegedly pulls something like this. What kind of ungrateful motherfucker. And technically he's not a refugee anymore. He has permanent resident status now. Well, apparently we can't revoke citizenship, so let's hope that we don't give out citizenship while a person is on trial for murder, because goddamn, if this man is found guilty, we have to have this person deported. Like, we can't abide that shit. Seriously. $50,000 a year to your family. And then you go out and murder somebody. Within months, too. Like, this poor girl, her for over a year, they investigated. I'm actually kind of impressed that they didn't just give up 12 months, 13 months, 14 months later. I'm fucking amazed. So good on the police, and fuck you, Trudeau. That's my fucking tax dollars that you're handing over to a murderer. Forget the $10 million to that, what was his name? Omar Khadr? Yeah. You're just giving away my money. Stupid fucking country. Relevant links to shit I said in the description. Maybe. I'm a ring twin. Like, subscribe, or don't. It's a free country. At least it used to be.